Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday morning, August the 24th, and today is the day that I see the respirologist. So, at 1 o'clock, I'm going to get a chest x-ray, and then from there, I have to go to my appointment at 1:45. So, right now, I'm at work, and Kyle has his swimming lessons today, so I'm going to drop him off at swimming lessons, and his aunt will pick him up and take him for the afternoon until I'm done. And until I can pick him up. And then I'm going to be babysitting him this evening. So it's going to be a pretty long day. Anyways, I don't know about some of you guys out there with lupus and having to take many medications, but what I find really annoying about the medications is how they all have to be taken differently. And it's really frustrating. Like, I take medication for my thyroid and for my stomach, to protect my stomach for taking prednisone. And both of those have to be taken on an empty stomach. And the thyroid medication has to be taken, a few hours before you consume any calcium. So I start my day at 5 in the morning. I have an alarm that goes off at 5 in the morning. There's been a couple of times where somehow I have turned it off and slept right through it, and I don't even remember turning it off or remember hearing it go off, but most of the time I get up at 5 and I take those two medications. And now with the Myfortic has to be taken on an empty stomach as well, and they say that it has to be either an hour before you eat or 2 hours after you eat. And this is really annoying. It's not so bad in the morning. And also the pharmacist said that it has to be a couple of hours before taking any other medications. So, I can't take it at the same time that I take my thyroid medication and my stomach medication. So I take those at 5, and then at 7 I take my Fortic. And then I usually, on a regular work week, will eat around 9 o'clock. But when I start early like this, I just eat once I get here at 8:30. And then, of course, the prednisone and calcium has to be taken with food, as well as my multivitamin has to be taken with food. Plaquenil has to be taken with food, so I take that with dinner along with calcium. And I usually take my multivitamin with lunch, and I usually take calcium with like a snack in the afternoon. But the part is that I hate the most is my afternoon or evening dose of my Fortic, because on a regular work week it works out perfectly because I don't get home until 8 p.m. So we usually don't eat until 8:30, somewhere in between there. So what I usually do is take my Fortic just as I'm leaving work at 7 o'clock. And then that's an hour before we eat. But the part that's really annoying is that I basically can't eat 2 hours before taking it either, because it says, to take it 2 hours after eating. So as of 5 p.m., I can't eat anything and I'm starving. And that's annoying. And then, of course, when it comes to the weekend, then we can usually eat earlier. And so that becomes a problem too, because they say that you need to usually try to keep it at the same time every day. So, and to try and keep it as 12 hours apart as you can. So during the week, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. works out great. But on the weekend, I don't really feel like eating at 8 p.m. when I don't have to. So, then I have to basically, I can eat dinner early. I can do that. most certainly I can eat at 5, but then I have to wait 2 hours after dinner, take my Fortic, and then I can't even have like an evening snack until an hour after I take my Fortic. So then basically it's like waiting 3 hours or so without eating. And I get hungry because of course prednisone, it increases your appetite, and so my stomach is just growling. But yeah, I find that really annoying. And then 10 p.m. is my heart medications, and yeah, so I don't know. Anyone out there feel that way? Like, I just wish I could take them all at the same time and get it over with, as opposed to having all these different times throughout the day. It's really frustrating to try and work around, especially the ones that have to be on an empty stomach or with food. Like, that's annoying. Anyways, I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you in the next video. I might check in a little later today after I see the doctor or whatever to let you know how that went. Bye.